Hello, Seka.
Bro, everyone is mad at you.
Why?
You baited everyone.
Got him. Well, anyways, I wanted to know your theories on the new leaks regarding Ito.
I'm not gonna talk about leaks about Ito.
Bro, did you see the Goro leaks? He's insane!
Yes, I saw the leaks.
So what do you think? Ah, yes, you can't say anything.
This is what I really think.
Well, anyways, what do you think is going to happen on the Hu Tao banner?
Have a Homa.
And then...
This is not, dude, where's my car? Alrighty, boys and girls, it is finally that time, and it's time for the predictions for the Hu Tao banner, and we're going to talk about her specifically and what we're going to see on Hu Tao's banner. So over the last video we put out for the Tartaglia banner, if you didn't catch it from last night's prediction, just really briefly, we had predicted Yanfei as a character. Ningguang was one of the possible characters, and so was Chungyang, but I thought Fisher was going to land on this banner almost entirely, and I was like, damn, Fisher should be on this banner because they work really good with Tartaglias. But what they actually did was repeated the Ayaka banner here, which was a really weird choice. So I'm not really understanding why they did that, but we got pretty close. We also said on the weapon banner that it was going to be, I believe, the Jade Cutter sorry, the Jade Cutter. So we had actually predicted, instead of the Memory of the Dust to land here, we actually had predicted the Vortex Vanquisher instead. We got the series weapon right, but we actually didn't get the weapon correct. And I'm really unclear as to why they chose to do with the Catalyst, but it kind of actually falls in line with how it works out with Yanfei as well as Ningguang, so I can kind of see why they chose to do that. Now, that leads to the reason that we might be closer to a Geo meta than we thought, and a lot of shields coming back forward in the meta. We actually got 4 out of the 5 weapons correct on this banner for the amount of weapons thought, and I thought that potentially the bow might be able to land on this banner because I thought Official would coming. So the only thing we kind of didn't predict was Rust here, and we kind of semi-predicted it as well. So if it's not on this banner, we thought it was going to be Rust, but we got like 4.5 out of 5, I'd say, for this overall banner for weapons. So we're getting much better at these weapon banner predictions. I'm actually very impressed. But if you ever want to leave me a comment and let me know what you're thinking about these weapon meta predictions in the comment section, well, let me know about what you want to see in these videos, and we can go over them in future videos. All right, so based on the shop rotations and where we are currently at, this is what we're going to do for predictions. The next characters to come in the shop, by the way, are going to be Bennett and Lisa, and they should be here at the end. I think they're at the end of the month, right? They'll be here at the end of the month. So in November, that'll be Bennett and Lisa. So Bennett will probably not be in a banner until like mid-November on the Albedo banner or whatever Ganyu banner might come in after that. So that makes the most sense. And then we had Kai in the shop after that. So I think Barbara will land in the shop, land around that time as well. So there should be a banner on that. So looking at the Hu Tao banner, we know that Thoma is going to be coming for the Hu Tao banner coming out, and that's going to be a guaranteed. And my next prediction for this one is going to be pretty simple. Now, the reason I'm going to predict this is I went back in time and I looked at a lot of the past banners. What I looked at specifically was Jin Yang, Diona, as well as Rosaria, and tried to figure out, based on those characters, some information. Now, if you look at this, Jin Yang has actually had a breakpoint between banners of somewhere between 2 and 3 banners between her banners, and you can see Diona is about the same, like landing between 2 and 3 characters per banner. You go back down to the next, Jin Yang rerun down here, you notice that Jin Yang fell down way down here, and then came again between 3 banners, so she had a nice spread between banners. And Rosaria, between her banners, you can see there's a total of 3 banners in between as well, and then another 3 as well. So unless they wanted to go 4 banners in between, or they wanted to spread the characters out or come out with new characters in different reruns, my thought process, this character is going to most likely be Sayu. Sayu makes the absolute most sense based on the past banner history of how they've re-released characters. And that makes that Sayu would probably be going to land on this next banner. Now, that would also mean that Sarah would be on the following banner if this prediction is correct. So if Sayu lands on this banner, Sarah would probably land on the following banner. So we might even get a Sarah rerun very soon. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Again, this is a pure conjecture. I have no information behind this besides the information we have in the past. Now, the last slot here, I thought, because we haven't seen Noelle in quite some time, all the way since April, she would be my #1 pick as far as who's going to be out there. The next character I thought would be likely would be Fischl, and the last character I thought would be likely would be Diona, based on the timing between character banners. Now, this is also based on the synergy that they actually receive with Hu Tao, and how these characters actually roll out with the overall shielding type of meta. So Noelle and Diona both kind of make sense here, and Sayu just makes sense for timing. So I would think that the next banner could potentially be between Noelle and Diona for the last spot. But Fischl is another character that I thought of that could really, really land on these banners. Now, the only other thing is that we may see Albedo or Ganyu coming out pretty soon on the next couple banners here. So if that comes out, the last Albedo banner, if it's gonna be Albedo on the first banner, had Bennett and Fischl. And to be honest, that might actually come back around for the second Albedo banner. If there is an Albedo banner, have both Bennett and Fischl. And if there is a Ganyu banner, I'm not quite sure what they would do for a Ganyu banner. I'm actually kind of convinced that it might be Albedo based on this, the timing of here, how they've released a kind of orientation of what's it called? Ito and Goru, so there might be like a full Geo patch, and you can see they kind of did that in the past where there was like a very, very centric Geo patch where there was Zhongli and Albedo really following that. So they have done that in the past, and that might happen again this time around. You know, they might stack the Geo characters all together because Geo synergy is very, very strong. So that's where I think that it might happen the following patch. We don't know, we have any information on that specifically, but that's kind of why I think those characters are gonna line up for the 4-star. As far as 5-star weapons go for the next weapon banner, my thought is that for Hu Tao, it's most likely going to be the Staff of Homa. It is her signature weapon. It's probably going to be Homa in this first slot. And the second weapon, because Albedo might be getting a rerun sometime very soon, starting in the next patch, based on the kind of geocentric meta, this next slot probably is not Summit Shaper, because I think the Summit Shaper is going to land at the same time as Albedo, and I have a feeling that's kind of how it rolls out if Albedo's next banner. So I think because it's a pole arm, that means the Vortex Vanquisher is kind of out, and the Vortex Vanquisher might land in 2 patches or 3 if Ito's on the following banner after that. So that's why I think that Ito is going to have like his new Claymore, whatever that might be, as well as the pole arm with him at the same time. So that's where I kind of think that's going to roll out. So that means that going back in time, the last time we saw a weapon, which was the Wolf Gravestone, was actually on the Staff of Homa banner. So we might actually get another Wallet Gravestone Staff of Homa banner. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that is a definite possibility. But the other thing, because Diona might be on the banner, and because Elegy might be a really, really interesting weapon to come back around, because we haven't seen the Elegy resurgence yet, is the other weapon I thought could be happening is the Elegy for the End. That one might happen. Okay, that one might happen. So that means, like, if for some reason we got the Elegy for the End on the next banner, my re-upped prediction would be Fischl as well as Diona as the other 2 characters. Kind of similarly how they did the thing for Yanfei and Ningguang and put them both on the same banner with the Memory of the Dust. That might be the case for this next weapon banner coming out with the Elegy of the End having Fischl as well as Diona on the next banner. That does make sense. And then what they could do is they could actually release both Sayu as well as Sarah on the following banner after that, and that's another way they could structure the banners. Now, going into the 4-star weapons, I don't think we're gonna get any lithic weapons this time around. I thought that we might get them on this current banner that we have right now, as well as the one previous, but now I think that they're actually saving the lithic weapons to come out again during the Geo series resurgence, to have a lot more like Geo and lithic weapons come together at the same time. That might be the case. Now, looking at that, if all the characters I just mentioned, as far as characters go on this banner, none of them are really leeway characters. And since the lithic weapons are leeway characters, I don't really think that they were going to get a lithic rerun this time around. This one makes too much sense. So I think the weapons that we're going to get, as far as overall weapons, I think we're going to get the new bow. Obviously, that one's going to be landing in here because that'll be the Morun's Mayos, whatever it's called, and the new polearm. I don't remember what that one's called either, but the new pole and polearm are going to be happening here. And then the other one is going to be probably, since we had a Favonius run right here, my thought process is we're going to get a sacrificial run here. I think we're going to get a Rain Slasher for this spot if we get Sayu. If not, it'll probably be a sacrificial sword. We'll probably get the Sack Greatsword and the Sack Sword, and most likely the Sack Fragments, because the last time we saw those was quite some time ago, all the way back in the Thundering Pulse. So that seems like it's a likely option. And you can see like the Sacrificial Greatsword was the last time before that. So Rain Slasher kind of makes sense if there's a Sayu, but so does Sack Greatsword. So Sack Greatsword is probably going to happen regardless. It might be the Sacrificial Fragments at this time around, because that does make a ton of sense. And then they may not do a Sacrificial Sword run here. They might do one on another banner and like very, very soon. but there's not too many other weapons that could be besides the Lion's Roar for this last slot. So my thought is a triple sacrificial run this time around, but I'm not, again, 100% sure. This is just conjecture, so hopefully we get it right this time around. All right, but that's going to do it for this prediction video. My name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about the weapons and the characters that are coming around in this comment section down below. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day.